Gareth, can you tell us a little bit about how you got started with comics and how you came to write this series?
In 1978, my mom had a hair salon called Ladybird. It was right at Fort and Richmond, right across the street from Turner's, this building. And when I was 5, it was October 1978, she took me across the street and I bought my first comic book. And it was a monster comic. And for years, I've kind of felt that that was the beginning of my career. I'm a cartoonist, I own a comic book store. I live, breathe comics. It's everything I am. So when Turner's, this building, was in trouble a couple years ago, I felt like I owed it something. So I did a campaign to save the building, and I tied it into the comic strip. And I just feel this, a love of Victoria's history and the little key places that have kind of inspired me. I've been drawing since I was 5. I've been publishing since 1988. When I was a teenager, I started doing skateboarding zines and magazines, and I'd do my own cartoons in it. And then in 1990, I came up with this comic series called Magic Teeth, which went for 80 issues until I committed myself to doing a daily comic in 2004. And I did one page of an ongoing graphic novel for an entire decade before I led into the Monster Sisters, which is my daughters. I've just been cartooning and a history buff, and once I had kids, I tied the two of them together. So my kids are living in the real world Victoria, but I imagine, okay, in Victoria we're all waiting for the big one. My whole life, the big one's going to happen, the big one's coming. And I imagine, what if the big one wasn't an earthquake, but it was, a series of giant monsters that have come up under Victoria and are destroying the place. So the big one's arrived, and it brought its friends, and my daughters are trained monster hunters in this fictional reality. I just have this compulsion to constantly draw, and when I have a storyline that I can follow along and draw that, it just makes it that much easier. But when the story reaches its conclusion, I will continue to draw. Who knows what's going to come out, but the compulsion is always there.
Thank you.
Thank you.